Hi everyone, this is Shelly with Life Creates Art. Thank you so much for joining me. Today is called Through the Looking Glass. And the reason I'm calling it that is because I am actually going to be painting on 2 sheets of glass. The reason I am doing this is because for the last month, about 2 weeks before my birthday, May 31st, I injured my back and it gradually got better. And I did my live event on May 31st. And then we headed off to South Carolina to visit our grandchildren, and I injured my back again. So I have actually been down for the count for a while here, and am going to go to some physical therapy and all of that. But I cannot do a lot of twisting, and I haven't really been doing any painting, just been sketching for a while, just doing some rehabilitation. So the reason I decided to do this was because I can paint, but I can paint while I am straight on to the camera and you can see me painting. So I thought it was kind of a novel idea and kind of something fun to do. But I'm going to get started here in just a little bit, but I want to remind you of a couple things. lifecreatesart.net, it's our website. Please head over there and look at some of the things that we have on our website, some fun things. Also, our first book, our children's book on Amazon, Agu and the Monkey. It is on Amazon and it is doing wonderful, 5 stars, lots of reviews on there. Children 2 and up. Really, it's a very interactive book. The pictures on here are extremely colorful. Zender Canizales did an amazing job on the art. It is a series, so there will be more books coming along. And of course, we have our It's a Great Day video that goes right along with it. And also, we're going to have the peppermint dance that it also goes along with the book. So your kids, grandkids, neighbors, nephews, nieces can really interact with Agu and the Monkey. So I encourage you to do that. Now, through the looking glass, things have been a little crazy in life, and certainly in my life, things have been a little crazy and physically challenging. So I think we're all facing a lot of challenges right now. And so I'm going to incorporate sort of that art to continue on with my art as I'm facing this physical challenge. And I think that that's what we need to do, is we need to continue to find creative ways to continue on with our life, and even though we're facing these challenges. And so this is the way I'm going to do it. So let's get started. All right, everyone. So let's get started here. And this is going to be more like a vlog, really, because to be quite honest, I've just been kind of contemplating what's been going on in the world and what's been going on in my own life with having just this chronic pain. And I think for a long time, the world has been going through a lot of chronic pain with people not really knowing how they can get along and how they can live together in peace and harmony. And I think that that's one thing that we all just need to learn how to do, is share this world with love and compassion, and know that we are all one human race. We all look the same. We strip down color, if we strip down our skin, if we strip down to the bone, we all look the same. And I think we all need to realize that and remember that. So love is the one thing that will always keep us together and keep us united. And we have to remember that. So I have no agenda as far as what I'm painting. And I have no agenda as far as what I'm going to be talking about. I have two sheets of glass here that I got from 2 frames. There is one, 2 11 by 14 frames. And like I said, no agenda. I'm just going with whatever my heart wants to paint. So I have no idea what has been going on with my back, but I'm going to be doing some physical therapy. It's at my last Fortitude event. I know I did a questionnaire where I asked people what they would like me to be talking about, and they did say chronic pain, and so I will be dealing a lot about chronic pain in the future, because I deal with a lot of chronic pain with my head as well. But how do you deal with chronic pain? It's a matter of one day at a time, really. And I know that there's a lot of people that have to live with chronic pain. And it's a difficult thing because you have a tendency to go a little bit crazy when you deal with chronic pain. I was just telling my husband last night that I was kind of losing my mind a little bit last night because I was not sleeping and didn't know how I was going to manage it. And I don't know if any of you that have had chronic pain have kind of felt like you were losing your mind a little bit, but it's a matter of just taking it moment by moment and continuing to breathe and getting through that moment and knowing that you will get through it. And just kind of like what we're all facing here as a nation, knowing that as long as we all stick together, we will get through this. We will get through this together. We've been all in our homes, stuck in our homes, and we will get through this. There's been so much loss and so much grief, but we will get through this. But the key is to continue to love and continue to show compassion for one another, and to continue to make sure that we're taking care of one another. We are one big world. And if we don't learn how to take care of one another on this one big world, one day, one moment at a time, then I don't know how we would survive if we are constantly living in a state of anger and bitterness towards those around us. That's no life. That's no way to live. And so when you have an anger or a bitterness towards someone just because they're different than you, or because they don't believe the same way you do, or because they don't look the same way you do, that's no way to live. And I'm telling you right now, you are wrong. If someone looks differently than you do, and you don't like them because their skin color is different than you are wrong. And you are living wrong. I'm not afraid to say that. If someone has a different lifestyle than you, and you don't agree with them, and you shun them, or you disagree, or you judge them, then you are wrong. You are the wrong one. Because it's not up to us to judge. It's up to us to live our life and to love. And that is our job, is to continue to live and continue to love, continue to be at peace with everyone that we know. And that is what we need to do. And that is who we need to be. So I'm kind of jumping back and forth between the world and chronic pain. I'm going to go back to chronic pain here now. But when we see one another, when we see someone suffering, let's say, when we see someone suffering and they are going through something that is difficult, what are you going to do? You're just going to walk away? You're just going to turn away? You're going to walk away because they're different than you? Are you going to have compassion on that person? You're going to love them? You know, whatever religion you are. I had a friend, I will tell you right now, I had a friend who was in a religion, and she was in a religion that was supposed to be one that loved. It was based on love and compassion, but all she did was judge. And I could no longer be a part of that, because judgment is not a place that we should stand in. If you don't want to walk the path that someone is walking in, then just walk the other way. Turn and walk the other way. And that's okay to do. But don't walk the other way yelling and screaming and judging. Walk the other way, wish them well, and love. There are a lot of people hurting in this world, and we all need to love. There are still people dying from this disease that we've all been wearing masks, the COVID, and lots of fear happening right now still. And there is no one immune to this. So we are all in this together, no matter what color you are. No matter if you're gay or straight, transgender, no matter how you like to dress, doesn't matter, nobody's immune. So why not just understand that we all are a part of this world to love. I have no idea what that is that I just drew, but let's figure it out. Maybe another hand. Let's do a hand here. So, again, those of you that are in my position, see, right now I'm having a very difficult time sitting up straight, which is why I did this, because it's difficult for me to twist, and which is why I did this, so that I could have the camera straight and just have to look up to look at the camera a little bit and still kind of create something for you. And this is where, in order to be creative and continue to be creative, which is what I like to do, it's a part of who I am, is being creative, is you find a way. And it's important that you find a way, even in the midst of all the chaos that's happening in your life, that you continue to persist. So there's a lot of chaos in the world right now, and maybe there's a lot of chaos in your life right now, but it's important that you continue, that you persist, that you keep taking one step at a time, and you keep moving forward in spite of it, that you reach out for help if you need help. It's important that you're vocal about it, It's very, very difficult for me, I have to say, to ask for help. And I don't know why I'm made that way. Maybe it's something and it's something I have to examine. And I think it's important for me to examine why it's difficult for me to ask for help. So that's something that I have to explore in my own life. Why is it difficult for me to ask for help? But if it's important that you ask for help, maybe it's a pride thing. And pride is, you can take pride in your accomplishments, but when it comes to pride that can hurt you, then you really have to set that aside, because pride can hurt you. When you have the kind of pride that stops you from reaching out to people and getting the help that you need. For example, when I need help, sometimes it's just, I say, well, I can do it myself. And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes I need to press through and I need to know and teach myself that I can do this myself. But there's other times when it's not smart for me to do things myself. And sometimes you do need help. You need to ask people for help. If you're hurting, you need to ask people for help. If you're depressed, you need to ask people for help. If you're in so much pain on the inside or on the outside, if your arms hurt, if your back hurts, if your head hurts, and there's something that you simply cannot do, ask someone for help. I know I get a little bit of an attitude. I get a little snobby and think, oh, they're not doing it. They're not doing the dishes. So I'm just going to do it myself. And I get sort of an angry attitude. And that's just me. And I need to work on that because that's just not right. I need to communicate. And so communicate with people that you love. And don't ever stop doing that, because if you ask and if you talk to them, and if you do it without an attitude, if you do it with love, if you do it with kindness, they will help you, and they will want to help you. And continue to communicate to them also what it feels like to be in chronic pain. They don't understand, and sometimes they forget that you are hurting, because I understand that you keep going and you keep continuing, but you still hurt. So let people know and remind them sometimes, hey, I need a little bit of a break. Now, I drew these people here. I know you can see. And so these people are two people, different colors, but they are one person. And male, female, different colors, they are one person though. And then of course I have this world, different colors, one world. And so I guess that's what I wanted to communicate today to you. And so I kind of jumped back and forth about two different subjects that were very dear to me today, and that I kind of needed to speak on. That Black Lives Matter, you matter, the world matters, and love matters. And if you're in pain, keep going, keep pressing on. Let's keep pressing on as a world, and let's keep pressing on as artists. Let's keep pressing on as creative beings and continue to love. And I certainly love you. And I hope that you will persevere through every single trial, no matter what it is. Any trial that you are facing today, I hope that you persevere and continue. And I love you. And this is Shelly with Life Creates Art. Continue to be creative in exploring your world and make your life an utter masterpiece. I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.